Alright, Elite Collector 215 here, back again with another video. This time, I'm hoping to successfully torso crack an Alberto Del Rio Elite figure. Going to use him for the custom Andrade figure that I want to make from NXT TakeOver Philly. So I've already made a few videos. One of removing all the decals and the paint I had on here prior. Also on how to put the joints back on. So I switched out the knee pads from what it had, from what I had on it already. So now we're going to set this aside. Oh, I also showed a video on how to torso crack a basic, which is how I was able to get these pieces from the battle pack that he had with Zelina, which I want to use these arms because I like the articulation of the arms. So if for whatever reason I don't like it, good thing is I don't normally super glue the torso back together, so I can change out the arms if I want to go with this one instead of these arms. I'm definitely not going to use this arms because one, Del Rio doesn't even have arms this damn big, and Andrade doesn't either, so there's literally no point of having this. So I'm definitely going to use this, but we'll set those aside. These are the tools you're going to need. The figure you're going to use. I like to use a blow dryer, so I'll use this blow dryer. You want a box cutter. I like to also use an Exacto knife. Needle nose pliers. I don't know why you'll need this right now, but they're the tools that I always have with me. You're definitely going to need a flathead screwdriver to try to get in to pop the extra torso. And gloves. You're definitely going to want to use this when you're using anything that's going to be heated and anything that you're going to have to use a knife with. So let's get started, okay? I'm gonna put these bad boys on here, and I'm gonna start heating it up, but then I'm gonna pause the video just to let you know so I can heat it up even more, and then I'll replay it again so when I start popping off pieces, just so you don't hear the whole time the noise of this going off, because it's very loud, okay? So let's move this to the side. I don't want none of the pieces falling, okay? So all right, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be heating that up, okay? Like I said, I'm going to pause it just because it's very loud. You know what? Fuck it. You guys are going to have to hear it anyway. Just lower the part of the video when you're hearing this part. So we're going to find out now if it's hot enough, all right? So normally, technically, sorry, let's fix this up again here. That would mean it technically needs a little bit more heat added to it if you can't just remove the parts fairly easy. So there it goes. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the cameraman, which is myself. Alright, so they came off, but you see how it starts cracking the torso there. So that starts coming off, which is exactly what you need. The more help you have that it starts cracking, like you see this is really sealed up. I've cracked a few Del Rios before and they were pain in the butts. The glue on them were like so hardened that, you know, it's so hard to put back together, but we're going to make this happen, all right? We're going to make this happen. So this is definitely very hot, so be careful when you're touching this, okay? It's a lot easier to maneuver without a glove on, but you want to be very careful. Slowly with the Exacto knife, you want to just go through where it's already cracked and kind of help it out. Don't mind my kids, they're actually upstairs playing, believe it or not. They're not being tortured. Maybe that one's just crying for the heck of it. I have an 8-month-old and 3 other daughters, so. Alright, so you see how this is kind of cracking right there? So, you just want to go. Keep adding that knife in there. You don't want to rush this. You rush this, you get a screwed up torso, and then you just wasted money, fodder. Yeah, I mean, unless you're a baller and can keep buying it for the hell of it, then don't waste it. Now, you see on here, there's a seam here. It's not cracked yet. There you go. There we go. So, kind of get that in there and go from there. All right. And we're going to end up doing the same thing with the ones down here. But you want to go section by section. You don't want to rush it, like I said, because you'll mess it up. There we go. Do you see how the glue just splits right there? You kind of just see it get a little whiter right there in that area. That's the glue splitting. All right. So it's getting closer. Now, some people at this point could actually grab the flathead. Let's see if it'll work. So you always want to shove the flathead right in back here. And then you just start pulling apart. See how that came apart? Oh my god, I can't believe this might actually work. Boom. All right, so that actually worked, and the pegs managed to all stay together. This is actually probably one of the cleanest ones I've ever done, to be quite honest with you. So look, all the parts came out. This is basically what's inside of a torso. So this is to keep it from the actual torso being loose and being able to move back and forth. Then the pegs here. Look, all the pegs are actually intact. I'm pretty damn shocked, to be quite honest with you. The arms are already out. So now we have to do the same thing to here. We're going to heat it up. I'm gonna pause this so the video is not as long. I'm going to heat it up. Oh no, again, you're going to just listen. But I'm going to heat it up and soften it. Here, let's move this to the side. Mainly because I don't want pieces to get lost. Let's start testing it out. Now, the thing, you don't want to put so much heat on this, especially with a blow dryer, because it will melt the plastic, and that's not even a joke. I've melted quite a few torsos. I mean, again, it separates the glue, which is how you're able to start doing this. So it will definitely, it will definitely melt the plastic, and then it'll get warped. You're gonna be mad as hell. You're gonna have to figure out another way to do it. Boom. All right. So you want to grab the bigger one for the top. Right in the seam. Find that seam. Boom. You see? Look at that. Look at that. Look how pretty. And then you want to just get that in there. Start splitting it. Now, you don't want to go like this. You don't want to go sideways, really hard. Because you'll end up creating too much of a gap on there, and then what happens is it won't go back and flush. Oh my god, I cannot believe this is working so with no issues. I honestly can't believe it. This is about my 4th one that I've cracked of Del Rio. This same one, look, perfect in every way. I can't believe it. So all right, guys, so thank you very, very much for joining me watching me crack the torso. Again, I cannot believe it happened so flawlessly, to be quite honest with you. There was no loss in here. So now, on my next video, I am going to put this torso on this body, and hopefully we'll be able to get that done. I'm also going to end up hand painting the logos that he had on his knee pads for NXT Takeover Philly, and before you know, we'll have done a whole custom together, guys. So thanks for watching. Again, stay tuned for the next video. Should be coming out soon. Peace.